let me begin with you first. What game plan does the BJP and the union government really have currently? So far, your efforts to end the farmers' protests have failed. You are firm on not rolling back the farm laws. How will the deadlock then end? Gulreshik.
Let me tell you one thing. It's very easy to roll back the farm laws and the Kisan bills or agriculture bills, by whatever name you may call them. But who will be the loser? It will be the agriculture sector of India, deprived of the real agricultural reforms. We must also think that we are the second largest food producer of the world, but we are just the 13th. When it comes to export, we stand at 13th position now, and even small countries like Vietnam or other countries, they are doing much better than us. They export at least 40% of their produce, but India is hardly exporting 10%. We don't have any primary processing units except for sugar cane and milk produce product, milk. Why it is the same? Why it is the condition? Because we did never allow the market forces to come into being and reform our agriculture, and that is the reason we were seeing and talking and discussing and debating constantly about the farmer suicide, farm economy, the prices of tomatoes and potatoes and onions and everything, but we were not taking any step. Now, right now, the government has focused primarily to increase the farmers' income by twofold. We are having target to double it. So that is the reason we have brought in these laws. Now it is wrong that we are unable to explain the farmers. See, most of the farmers of India are with the government. Even the Haryana farmers, many of them are coming and giving in return that if you roll back these farm laws again, then we are going to agitate against you. So most of the farmers are understanding. Even the farmers who are protesting, by the back channels, we are having dialogue with them, and I am optimistic that within few days these protests will also be rolled back. Things will come into normal being, and these
Yogesh Tehlan, if the government is,
my good friend, he is talking about MSP and stuff like that. If MSP was so good, then this government, that is the Modi government, has increased the MSP of paddy by 43%, jowar by 75%, maize by 41%, arhar by 40%, and so on. So if all the Kisans were getting the MSP, the problem would have solved. We should not forget that only 6% of farmers in India get MSP, and unfortunately this MSP, instead of being minimum support price, has become the maximum sale price. We don't want that. Let the market forces see what we call in economics that in an open market there is something called as invisible hand which dictates and directs the demand and supply. So due to which even the farming patterns will change. The Kisan of India will sow the seeds of that crop with which he will get benefit. Then even the processing units will come. The processing unit can't come without the corporate. And we have a very good example of Vietnam. See, the Vietnam condition was like Indian farmers' condition. What they did, they started putting on corporate-driven the processing plants, and what that led to, now they are exporting 40% of their produce. Earlier, the condition of Vietnamese farmer was worse than that of India. So we really need reforms. If we stuck back there, or we maintain the things like they are going, then the farmer will keep doing suicide, and things in our rural sector won't increase.
Nasir Salim, come in here.
And every party in this country is driven by farmers, because farmers are 60 to 65% of our total population, number one. Number two, and if you are not thinking about the well-being of 60 to 70% of population, then you are politically gone. So no party will do it, and any party will try to do what is good for the farmer. That is what BJP is also doing. Subsidies and MSPs, these are two different things. Subsidies will definitely continue in form of seed subsidy, fertilizer subsidy, agri equipment subsidy, blah blah blah, other stuff also. As far as the MSP is also concerned, government has said that we are going to give you in return that MSP will also be there. So I'm not able to understand why these all talks are there in the air that the farmer is going to lose its land by contract farming. The Section 8 of the law specifically says that, and it gives protection on the land. There is no contract on land. The contract is on the yield. There is no contract on land or on the contract on the Kisan himself. The contract is vis-a-vis the yield of the land. That is all. So I'm not able to understand. And as far as my the previous panelist was saying that the government is with the corporate, it's very easy to say all these things. But this country can't run without farmers, and also it can't run without corporate. Both have to go hand in hand. Then only the wheels of progress can
This is
run fast.
I would like to say,